The political landscape of Iran is entering one of its most uncertain and volatile phases in decades. Reports, rumors, and rising public anger have fueled speculation that the era of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei may be approaching a historic turning point. Across Tehran and beyond, tensions between the ruling establishment and elements within the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, commonly known as the IRGC, have intensified political speculation. For years, the IRGC has stood as the backbone of the Iranian regime. Established after the 1979 revolution, it evolved into a dominant force controlling not only military operations, but also vast economic networks and strategic political influence. Its loyalty to the supreme leader has long been viewed as unshakable. However, recent unrest, economic collapse, and mounting international pressure have sparked new conversations about cracks within the power structure. Tehran has witnessed growing public frustration driven by inflation, unemployment, sanctions, and political repression. Protest movements have periodically erupted, demanding reform, accountability, and in some cases, regime change. While the state has responded with crackdowns, arrests, and tightened security, the underlying dissatisfaction has not disappeared. Speculation now centers on whether internal disagreements between political hardliners and segments of the IRGC leadership could reshape Iran's power balance. Analysts suggest that when economic crises deepen and public legitimacy weakens, internal power struggles can intensify behind closed doors. Yet, solid evidence of a direct rebellion within the IRGC remains limited. The supreme leader's authority rests heavily on elite unity and security loyalty. If that unity weakens, even symbolically, it can trigger waves of uncertainty domestically and internationally. However, history shows that authoritarian systems often appear fragile externally while maintaining strong internal discipline. The Iranian regime has consistently demonstrated resilience. Following waves of protest in past years, the leadership consolidated power, restructured command positions, and reinforced ideological loyalty. Observers note that reshuffling generals does not necessarily indicate rebellion. It may instead signal strategic recalibration. The current climate in Tehran reflects heightened sensitivity. Government buildings remain heavily guarded. Public messaging emphasizes stability and resistance. Meanwhile, opposition voices amplify claims that internal fractures are widening. The role of the IRGC in Iran's political future cannot be overstated. Beyond military responsibilities, it controls key industries, construction firms, telecommunications, and strategic infrastructure. Any shift in its loyalty would dramatically alter the country's trajectory. Yet experts caution against interpreting rumors as confirmed developments. Internationally, geopolitical pressure continues. Sanctions impact economic stability. Regional conflicts increase strategic strain. Each factor compounds internal challenges, but they do not automatically translate into regime collapse. For many citizens, daily life revolves around economic survival rather than elite politics. Rising prices, currency devaluation, and limited job opportunities have created generational frustration. Youth populations, especially, express growing dissatisfaction with political stagnation. Still, political transformation in centralized systems often unfolds gradually. Elite negotiations, succession planning, and institutional maneuvering typically remain hidden from public view. Leadership transitions, when they occur, may follow structured processes rather than dramatic collapse. The phrase "end nears" captures dramatic imagination, but reality is more complex. Power structures in Tehran remain intact. Security forces continue operations. State institutions function, though under pressure. Political analysts emphasize one key factor: cohesion. As long as the clerical establishment and key political elites maintain coordinated alignment, the system retains durability. Fragmentation, if it ever materializes in visible form, would likely appear first through subtle policy shifts or strategic distancing. In conclusion, Iran stands at a moment of heightened uncertainty. Public frustration is real. Economic strain is undeniable. Political speculation is intense. Yet definitive proof of regime fracture remains unverified. The coming months will be crucial. Observers worldwide will monitor Tehran closely for signs of elite division, policy change, or leadership transition. Until concrete evidence emerges, claims of imminent collapse